yourselves for combat.
What's going on, everybody? We are back with another video, and today we're going to review Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a very positive review. Listen, I think this game is perfect in almost every single way. Sure, we can talk about performance and all that other stuff, all the controversy that this game has come up with in the past few weeks. However, take all that aside and you have a product that is purely premium. So anyway, if you are a newcomer to the channel, if you wouldn't mind, or at least thinking about subscribing to the channel, leaving a like on this video would definitely help as well. And any returning people who have been to the Deadhead 96 channel, who are subscribed, all my fellow Deadheads out there, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video, we would really appreciate it, because we have a bunch of videos lined up and podcasts and everything else in between, and I hope you guys are around for it. So with that being said, let's talk Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So what can I really say about this game? Like, I've literally just said really how I feel about the game. You probably just heard what I said. You probably clicked off the video, and that is fine. If you're still here, I thank you for it. There's a lot that can be said about this game. There's a lot to dissect. This is a massive game, and I mean all in scale, right? As far as storage on your console, I'm playing on PS5. It's 155 gigs, and with the most recent update, I want to say I'm at 180. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, this is a big boy. This is a big game, and it's big in all the right ways. Everything just feels better from Jedi Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order was an outstanding game. I actually made a review on the game several years ago, shortly after it first released, where I was bashing the shit out the game because I was just terrible at it. And I'll probably put it at the top of this video here. Definitely go check it out, because it is just, I kind of keep it as archival footage, you know what I mean? People got so mad about that. You know, people get so mad about shit nowadays. Obviously, I don't feel that way anymore, and I was being very ignorant. That's why I made the video. That's why else would we make videos? Sometimes we just want to get a rile out of people, you know what I mean? But after giving Jedi Fallen Order the time that it needs, the desperate time it needs, I realized that game is fantastic as well. I love the combat. I love the different planets. The exploration was a hassle, but I love the boss fights. I thought all the fights in the game were very super satisfying. And it makes you live out the dream of being a Jedi. Which, if a game can do that, especially set in the Star Wars universe, you've already succeeded. So going into Jedi Survivor, I expected a lot of the same. I expected to be wowed by the different planets. I expected traversal to still be shitty, especially off of the gameplay we saw before the game release. But I saw the combat, and I said, wow, the combat looks satisfying, even more so than Fallen Order. And that's really what I have to say here. Everything in this game is better than its predecessor. And that's not to take anything away from Fallen Order, because Fallen Order is fantastic, like I've said before. However, Jedi Survivor does everything better. The combat is way more satisfying. You have way more things you can do to switch up in battle. You have 4 different stances. You got cross guard, you got double-handed, you got double-bladed, and then you have the blaster and saber stance as well. And then you got the single stance, which I rocked a lot. And it makes combat feel different. I was watching a review from Skill Up, I believe, and they said that the combat felt very floaty. It didn't feel good. I think this is the best the combat's ever felt. I don't know what game he was playing, and I don't know, because some people, right, the performance issues really was jarring to a lot of people. Still is. But the performance wasn't so bad that I could not play the game. It was still very playable, and I was not putting this masterpiece down because I didn't get a solid 60 FPS on console. Now, I'd be curious to hear how it's running on PC now with these last few patches and things like that. So if you have a PC and a really good one and you're playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, let us know down in the comments how it's performing for you. The story is really, really engaging. I was telling Jan on the podcast that it's been a while since I've played a game where I cared about the story. The story was very visceral. It was very engaging. Now, by the time I finished it, I try not to get too spoilery here. I did feel a little, I wouldn't say like unsatisfied, but more of, okay, it ended. This definitely feels like a middle part of Cal Kestis' story. But seeing Cal's growth in this game is what makes the story in general. Seeing him dabble in the dark side, we see these Jedi go through these trials and tribulations, and so Cal's journey is just like the others in the sense that he has to get around the darkness that dwells in him, the darkness that he wants to use. But if you go that far, it's really, really hard to come back to the side that he's always known, that he was training, and pretty much how his morals are set. But all the original characters, all the people on the Mantis that you came to be really, really close with, pretty much become Cal's family. They're in this game in different ways. It was kind of interesting to see where each character was, and by the end of it, you do see them together. And it was really satisfying to see that dynamic played out in a sequel. But every world you went to, every planet you went to in this game felt different, and I think that was something that I really, really appreciated. It had, now in saying that, they did have a lot of the same level design. There was a lot of layers to each map. There was definitely, different doors that are blocked, and you got to have certain force abilities to get through it, or you need an ability from Marin to pass through this doorway. But other than that, it was really different. It felt very engaging, and the experience was uplifted because the environments felt alive and they felt more grotesque than anything a Jedi Fallen Order could ever do. Let's get to exploration. Exploration is still shit in this game. I'm just going to be honest. That is the one really bad thing, and I put air quotes here. I know you can't see it. That is the one bad thing I will say about this game, and really the Jedi series as a whole. I don't know why these developers want to make a map that's so gosh dang confusing. I don't know where the hell to go. Now, in saying that, fast travel is a godsend. You have to use it. You have to, or you will get lost. I had to look up a few things online, just to make sure I was going the way I should be going, and making sure if I went this way, it'll get me here. So I did cheat a little bit here and there because the map is so gosh dang confusing. I didn't know where to go. And that's the problem I have with both of these titles. But the fast travel implemented in this one does go a long way. So while that is a negative, exploration is tough, it also has the fast travel, which helps out a lot. But taking it back to combat for a second, I didn't mention that you do have perks. You have different force abilities. You have one force ability where you can lift someone up and slam enemies down on the ground. And it just makes you feel very, very powerful and like, wow, how am I not the most powerful force user in the galaxy? So I don't really have anything else much to say about this game other than you need to play it and that it's an experience. If you are a Star Wars fan, you will love this game. Do not let performance sway you on how you should feel about the game. Listen, should it be running 60 FPS? Absolutely. But it's not broken. It's not a broken mess. It's not Redfall. And I have some different changes on my mind has changed on Redfall slightly. But that's besides the point. I'm not here for that today. I'm here for Star Wars Jedi Survivor today. While performance is important, this game provides so much that you can really dive into. It's huge. It's so immersive. I've never lost so much more time playing this game than any other game in a while, and had a very busy schedule, but I've been able to get lost in this world. And I know that if you're a Star Wars fan and you enjoyed Fallen Order, the same will be here. But I think it'll be even more plentiful. There's so many things you can do. There's side quests. There's bounty hunts. It's a huge game, and everything feels engaging. And I want to do it all. And that, my friends, is how you make a quality AAA title. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is an experience. And I fucking love it. Best game of the year so far. It's not my game of the year because I know the game's already got that title. I've already said it. But it is fantastic. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. What do you guys think about Star Wars Jedi Survivor? And are you excited for the next installment in this franchise? I know I am. I'm desperately waiting for EA to be like, you know what? Star Wars Jedi Part 3. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you like this video, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on this video and subbing to the channel for more reviews like this one, and we'd really appreciate it. And with that being said, play Star Wars Jedi Survivor. And most importantly, stay dead, my friends.
This one's quick. You are mine. I'm going to end you. Come on, attack me.